What's up, everybody? I'm on a long drive back to Cape May and thought I would make a quick video addressing some of the biggest fitness myths. So coming from a more traditional exercise science, exercise physiology education, and then moving more into the world of alternative medicine and holistic health, I've come to find that a lot of things that people are taught and things that people think when it comes to fitness, exercise, movement aren't always the whole and full truth. So I thought I would address some of those biggest ones today. So myth number one being you can get abs by doing a lot of crunches. I'm sure we've all seen it a million times. You might be one of those people that, you walk into the gym and they're on their little ab mat doing crunches, Russian twists, curls, this and that to try to chase after that six-pack chiseled ab look. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, and it's not that easy. First off, you don't choose where you hold fat on your body. So some people hold more fat around their midsection. That could also be dependent on their lifestyle. Some people hold more fat in their thighs, in their butt, all different spots all over your body. And we don't choose where we lose fat, right? So you can't just exercise your abs and become lean in your abs. The old saying that abs are made in the kitchen, there's definitely some truth to that, but they're also made depending on your lifestyle. So if you live a very stressed out lifestyle and you're kind of running on stress hormones all the time, you're bound to hold more weight in your midsection. Some call this the spare tire look, where you have sort of a bigger midsection around your love handles and around your lower abdomen. This is just your body's natural response to running on stress all the time. Another thing that we see a lot is a very distended abdomen, meaning real bloated. This can also be due to stress, eating foods that aren't really foods, packaged, processed, not whole food. Another thing that we see a lot is a very distended abdomen, meaning real bloated. This can also be due to stress, eating foods that aren't really foods, packaged, processed, not whole foods, filled with pesticides, herbicides, this and that. So this can give you the appearance of having a large stomach, when in reality it's just kind of bloating and GI discomfort that's causing your organs to sort of pooch out at the bottom of your stomach. The other issue with hammering crunches, Russian twists, all those classic ab exercises, which we know from the work of guys like Stuart McGill, is that excessive flexion and extension of your spine can lead to some issues with the vertebral discs in your spine and can lead to pain and injury. So what's the moral of that story? Your lifestyle, the things you eat, and the way you live are more important in determining whether or not you are lean enough to see six-pack abs. The second biggest myth that I've seen being that thick-soled, comfortable shoes are better for you because they absorb shock when you're walking and running. This one could not be further from the truth. As humans, we are made to be barefoot. Your feet are little miraculous biomechanical structures that have all kinds of amazing tendons, muscles, fascia, nerve endings that feel the ground beneath you and help you move most efficiently through the world. And unfortunately, when we wear anything on our feet, whether that be socks, shoes, what have you, we are dampening our feet's ability to help us move properly. Us wearing anything can impede our proper movement, so you can only imagine that walking on big, thick pieces of foam really impedes our proper movement and leads to poor movement patterns, pain, and injury. Yet, because of the money-driven world we live in, it's all become a big marketing game, and big shoe companies have been selling shoes with thick soles and pointy toe boxes that are really destroying people's bodies, but it's all for fashion and money. And of course, yes, there are plenty of times in our world today that we do need to be wearing shoes. So we need to be careful about what kind of shoes we buy, making sure they are shaped like a foot, making sure they're thin and flexible and can allow your feet to move as feet should. And the third biggest fitness myth is that you need aerobic training to be a healthy individual. So I see it all the time with people. They think that they need to go out and run miles and miles a day. They think that they need to go sit on the bike at the gym. They need to do their cardio in order to have proper heart health and to be a healthy person. This is what we've been told for years, right? Again, this isn't really the whole truth. While it's important as a human being to have cardiovascular fitness, we don't have to just do cardio-specific exercise to get there. Long aerobic training, like training for a marathon, half marathon, doing miles and miles of biking a week, is a huge stress on the body. Aerobic training itself releases something called glucocorticoids, which actually break down muscle tissue. And retaining muscle is extremely important, especially as we age. So I'm sure you've seen marathon runners who, while they're really good at running marathons, their bodies look frail and broken down with very little muscle tissue. While it may feel good to you at the time to run lots of miles a week, that's likely because your body is running on those stress hormones. If you think back to early humans, they didn't need to run or bike or swim miles and miles and miles to retain their fitness. Life was fitness for them. They would build things, they would move things around, they would farm and grow their food. And that in itself is plenty to retain your cardiovascular fitness. Something as simple as some gentle movement every day, whether that's Tai Chi, rolling around on the floor, even going on short walks a couple times a day, is plenty to retain that cardiovascular fitness without flooding your body with stress hormones, which everyone is already flooded with stress hormones because of the fast-paced world that we live in. And again, it's the same thing with the shoes. It's all a big marketing and money thing. We've been told that we need to go to the gym and run on the treadmill in order to lose weight and be healthy, or we need to train for that half marathon or train for that long bike race, when in reality, a lot of people are so stressed out already that that is just another stressor added onto their lives. I'm not saying that if that's your sport, you should stop. If that's what gets you moving every day, then so be it. But there's a good way to go about it and a bad way to go about it. And if that is your sport and you're training for long endurance exercise, you better be extremely careful balancing all the other stressors in your life. Again, I would love to dive deeper into these topics, but that was just a quick little snippet of the 3 biggest fitness myths that I see floating around in the industry today.